All right, team, how we doing? This Coach Dana Cavalea coming at you with the Becoming a Champion show, where we are all about inspiration, motivation, and encouragement to move you along your high performance journey. And I have a very special formula that I'd like to share with you today. And since this show is geared towards those looking to go to the next level, towards high performers and, what I call champions, I want to share with you what I call the Champions Success Formula. And it's a simple formula that's based on this: how you think plus how you feel plus what you do will determine how you perform, but most importantly, it'll determine your results as well. So how you think plus how you feel plus what you do will determine how you perform and your results. So if you're not performing well and you're not getting the results that you want, you either have to change how you think, how you feel, or what you do, or all three, or two of the three. So it's important to understand this because the formula will determine your success always. So it's a super easy formula because it says, I'm not getting what I want, so what do I need to do? Most of us, when we don't get what we want, or we're not achieving what it is that we want, or we're not getting the outcomes that we want, we usually don't know where to go. So we start looking at too many externals, right? We start flipping open books and we start talking to maybe too many people. But I want to condense your search down to this very simple formula. How you think plus how you feel plus what you do will determine how you perform. So if you're not getting a result, you got to say, am I thinking right? Am I feeling right? And am I doing what's right? And that's hard for many people because we get so caught up in the outcome, right? We get so caught up in what is on the other side of the equal sign, which is the result, that it oftentimes prevents us or inhibits us from taking a look and saying, hey, what am I actually thinking? How am I actually feeling? What am I actually doing? Because if you're doing the wrong stuff, you're not going to get the result that you want. If you're feeling like crap day in and day out, you're not going to get the result that you want. And if you're thinking wrong, you're not going to get the result that you want. And this should all make perfect sense. If I don't think, feel, and do the right stuff, there is no result outside of getting a result based on luck. But we don't want luck. High performers want outcomes that are repeatable. They want outcomes that are based on a formula. So I'm giving you the formula today. How you think, how you feel, what you do will determine how you perform. So take a minute right now and say, am I getting the results that I want in my life, in my discipline of work? And if the answer is yes, keep doing what you're doing. But I also would encourage you to say, what am I thinking? How am I feeling? And what am I doing? And write that down, because part of achievement is understanding how you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're doing. So you know that if you're not performing, you know what you have to go back to. But most people have no idea what they're thinking. Most people are so out of touch with how they're feeling, they don't know that either. And in terms of what they're doing, life is a gigantic to-do list. And if that's the way you live, you're living reactive, which means you're playing defense. And this show is all about offense. It's all about scoring points. It's all about moving the chains down the field, scoring touchdowns, kicking field goals if we have to, hitting home runs, moving guys over, stealing bases, dropping a bunt, getting a key base hit. That's what we're about, which is all about scoring and putting runs on the board. That's what I want for everybody that listens to this show. So if you are not getting the result that you want, I'm telling you today how to get it. Change how you think, change how you feel, change what you do. And here's the crazy part, right? Think and feel are directly related. So if you feel poorly and you're not feeling good, I'm going to say, go and work on your thoughts. What are you thinking? You thinking about can do or what you can't do? Are you thinking about what you're good at, or are you thinking about what you're bad at? Are you thinking about what you're excited to do, Or are you thinking about what you have to do? The burden in front of you, all the work. What are you thinking? Are you thinking this always happens to me? I always end up in this rut. Whenever this situation presents itself, I always get the same outcome. Is that how you're thinking? Because if it is, it's going to determine how you feel. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to be feeling very good. And if you're not feeling good, that means you're not thinking good. The chances of you doing good are very low, and therefore performance suffers, results in outcome suffers. This is a very, very, very important episode. It's a very, very important formula, and I needed to share it with you because I see so many people out there that are seeking high performance. They're chasing the next success secret, or they're looking to join a program of some kind, where they become Navy SEALs for a week. But that's not going to do it, because you have to change how you think, which will change how you feel and change what you do. And that's just a repeatable day in and day out process. Because once you figure out how you think, or how you should be thinking, how you feel and how you should be feeling, and what you do and what you should be doing, that becomes a part of your day-to-day process. So I was doing a talk this morning, and we talked about fundamental habits and fundamental behaviors. Should we be seeking activity outside of our fundamentals? Should we be looking so far outside of the fundamental building blocks of what makes us successful? The answer is no. We have to know what are the fundamentals that we practice every single day and that we do every single day that create success over time. See, we win over time. You could win today, but if you lose the next month, the next 2 months, the next 3 months, you're not doing much winning. So we want to think about progressive success over time. That doesn't mean we wait a lifetime. It just means each day we're pulling the rope and we're getting closer and closer to victory. But each day we're challenging our thoughts. See, when a negative pops in your head about what you can't do, I want to remind you of what you can do, and I want to remind you of what you've already done. If you're not feeling good about you, I want to encourage you to think better about you. And if what you're doing doesn't excite you, you have to change that. You have to find a way of doing things that does excite you, but is also completely aligned to the vision that you have for yourself and where it is that you want to go. So how you think plus how you feel plus what you do will always determine how you perform and the outcomes that you get. Poor performance, poor outcomes. Change how you think, change how you feel, change what you do. But start one at a time. Start by changing how you think. Coach, how do I do that? I love pen and paper. Write out what it is you want to think. Write out how it is you should be thinking. Write out what I call your power words. Words that are powerful. That when you read them, when you see them, and when you write them, you feel empowered. And also write out your losing words, which are the words that take your power away, that make you weak when you say them, that put pressure on you, words of pressure. Those are your losing words. So words of power and your losing words, write them down, 2 lists. And work to eliminate losing words, because the brain works in patterns, the mind works in patterns. And oftentimes you'll find yourself saying the same things verbally or in your head. You got to change what you're saying. You have to change the programming. And in turn, you'll change the feeling you get. And in turn, you'll change what you start doing. See, if you look at work as difficult and challenging and tedious, that thing that you need to do or you've always wanted to do, it's just so much work, it's tedious, and you're not excited about it, you're never going to do it. Where if you start thinking about that work as exciting, as something that's going to definitely get you closer to goal, then you start feeling really good about what you're doing. Do you see how think, feel, and do were completely linked there? When you get excited, see, I find passion to be a magical ingredient. You have to sometimes talk your way into being passionate about something. Many people may argue with me about that, but I disagree with them. Kindly, maybe. You have to be passionate about what it is that you do. Be excited about the opportunity that you have to take on the day. Too many of us are in our heads. We're thinking about what's been taken from us. We're thinking about the difficulties. We're thinking about the challenges. We're thinking about where we should be instead of where we are. And then we're coming up with reasons why we're not where we should be. And I'm giving you 3 reasons today. Think, feel, do. You're thinking wrong, you're feeling wrong, and you're doing wrong. That's why you're not where you want to be. But with a simple change of how you think, how you feel, and what you do, you will change how you perform. So that's my lesson for you today. That's the champion success formula. Remember it, print it out, write it out. Never forget it, because it could save your life. And it'll save your career. It'll save everything. But most importantly, not just save, it'll take you to a level you've never been to before. So this is Coach Dana Cavalea, and I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I enjoyed sharing it with you, as I do every week. And if you enjoyed it, please share it. Help me build our team of champions, like-minded people that are hungry, chasers, builders, champions. That's all I have for you this week. This is Coach Dana Cavalea, and I hope you enjoyed this week's message. See ya.